Hey, your video wasn't too long and boring, and I understand why you're really upset with the situation and stuff. I don't know. The whole pro-choice, pro-life, and that whole thing. I mean, I'm I'm pro-choice. I think it should be the woman's choice to do that, but I see why you'd be upset because I mean it's true. Um, all the information out there. I mean, if someone's looking into that is totally biased towards who has the most resources, who has the most knowledge of the internet and how search engines work, and so they get their information up there first. And if someone isn't uh, resourceful enough to look into what's going on, to check everything out, if they just look at the first few things, then they're only going to really see one side of it. Um, that's that's one of the problems that I've seen with a lot of people. I mean, they just they go with what the most popular opinion. They don't take the time to look at all sides of any given subject. Um, I mean, and that applies to anything. I mean, I even in my life, I've been pretty idle. I mean, I just take things as they are. I'm a pretty laid back person. I mean, I have what I believe in and what's good for me, and I pretty much I've never really talked about that a lot with people because for the most part, I mean, when it comes down to it, I believe in what I believe in, and somebody else believes in what they believe in, and if that makes them happy in their life, then that's good. Um, I think I mean, we're all searching for what's right and what's wrong, and to me that's a very subjective thing to an individual because what's right for one person might not be right for another person. I mean, some people, I mean, they need certain things to make them happy. Other people don't need as much. Um, so, I mean, it's for me. I respect people that look at every source of information they can find and then make the decision on what's right for them. Um, that's the whole reason why I became, why I don't believe in gods was I was raised in a Baptist church. I believed in God pretty much the whole time I was going through high school. It was about my sophomore junior year because I had I had a personal interest in just people. I've always been an observer. I especially of people, and I wanted to know why certain people of this faith and why people decide on things the way they do. And I figured the best way to understand that was to study different religions, and I started looking at all the major religions and um, moral religions, amoral religions, uh, immoral. You wouldn't believe some of the looks you get from people when you're reading a book on Satanism. It's pretty funny, but I mean, and it wasn't. It was through that led to my disbelief in gods, because in my research, I mean, and in studying all this, they were they were all the same. Everything, I mean, everything. They all claimed to know the truth, and so I figured, well, I mean, these were all created by men. So if there's any truth, maybe there's a little bit of truth in all of them, but not just one of them could be right. So, I mean, by the time I finished high school, I mean, even the whole time I was in church, I always knew there was something wrong with it. And after I got out of high school, and I went into the military, and I spent a couple years over in Sicily. Um, I totally gave up Christianity and any religion. The only thing I really believed in at that time was myself, and that I could only control myself. I couldn't control anything around me, and that the only way I was going to get through this life was that um, is to be happy, and to not regret the things I've done in life. Because, I mean, inherently I know what's right for me, and if it makes me happy, then then th- that's okay. I mean, if if I do something, and the outcome of it isn't isn't the way I wanted, then that means I was expecting a certain outcome from my actions, and it's through our own expectations that we become angry, that we get hurt at things. Um, the major part of my life where I've dealt with this is in relationships. Um, and I'll probably go into that in another video or something, but it's been over the past 2 years that I really started looking at myself, and why I react to things, um, why I do this or do that, and what's important in my life, and what's not important, and 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 when it comes down to it, the only thing important in my life, and in any person's life, is pursuing the things that make us happy, and whether or not the outcome of our choices um, is what we want or what we don't want, or whatever, is irrelevant. I mean, as long as day to day what I do, I've done what makes me happy, and what is best for me, then those were the right choices for me. Um, and what other people think about what I do, I mean, yes, I take into consideration everything that my friends tell me, that other people tell me, and whatever. But in the end, it's my own decisions, and my choices that are the only thing that matters. I mean, whether somebody influenced me or not, it was my decision to let that person influence me, or what they said become part of what based my choice on. So it's understandable that you're angry at this, but I mean, we can only control ourselves, and if